proposed taking the state portion of LIHEAP and putting it in the General Revenue Fund. Boo, say that again. Oh, that sounds good. We getting ready. Right. One of the things that the governor is not aware of, because he tells you all the time he's never been elected to government before, is showing up more and more each day. The fact that he's not in this area enough, because you cannot just move a fund on your own that was legislated for a particular cause without it coming back through the legislative process. So he can't just take the funding that ComEd and NICOR and Peoples and Emory that we negotiated with them years ago to say, you have to offset some costs. And so the federal government's portion is about $170 million. The state portion is somewhere between $150, $170, depending on the need. He wants to take that, and when he does that, that eliminates 215,000 households from having heat and cooling. And we're going to fight against that.
He did not create the mess. The economy created the mess, and he doesn't have enough money to pay the bills, and that's a fact. But you cannot have a governor that stands in the way of creating new revenues if that's what we need. How many people would stand in the way of creating new revenues for your family if you can't make ends meet? I come from the west side, and my mother has always taught me we got to rob Peter to pay Paul. And so that's what we have to do. It's happening every day in the city. You see Rob Emanuel saying we have to borrow. We have to borrow. That's what they're saying, so that we can pay our bills. And so we have to encourage this governor to do what's right so that he doesn't have to wear the jacket of cutting programs. Because if the program's cut, it's the governor's fault.
And it is really frustrating to me as a first-time legislator to see the nonsense and the chaos that's going on at this time, particularly when it comes to our budget. Make no mistake, the governor himself has already admitted that he understands that we need additional revenues. When he allowed that tax to roll back, he knew that there was going to be a huge gap in our budget. As the legislators have done, we've done our share, we've done our part. As hard as it was, we've already cut $3 billion from the budget. The governor understands that we can't do any more cuts, and you need to keep this in mind, because in a couple of more years, the tax rate is going to fall even lower. It's going to go to 3.25. So if we don't do anything to generate additional revenues, it's going to be more cuts.
Loretto Hospital has been a cornerstone for what? 90 years in this community. Yes. If these cuts go through, I will have to make difficult choices and let people go, and I do not want to do that. Healthcare would suffer and jobs would be lost. I can't allow that. Thank you.